Both are grounded.
Guess what? Today is St. Patrick's Day.
Anyways, we too will be on your best behavior on St. Patrick's Day, and if you misbehave during St. Patrick's Day parade or doing stupid stuff, you will be grounded.
First, we blast loud Indonesian Kalimata Kuda theme song during Halloween back in October 2020, and now you blast loud Diranged theme song during St. Patrick's Day.
Mom and Dad? As we all know, why would we all are green instead of the regular colors?
Well, Stephane, the reason why we're all green is because today is St. Patrick's Day, and you both have to be on both your best behavior during St. Patrick's Day plus Katie's 500 subscribers and Cherry Chan's 200 subscribers party.
And if both of you or any of you misbehaving at the St. Patrick's Day plus Katie's 500 subscribers and Cherry's 200 subscribers dance party, or wishing Katie and Cherry a unhappy 500 and 200 subscribers, you both will be grounded. Understand?
TCH. We're understand, Mom and Dad.
Good for you, our son and daughter.
Well, we have to go to the shopping for a mug, and you both better not blow up this chance or else both your grounding time is extended.
Forget our parents' advice on us about St. Patrick's Day, plus Katie's 500 subscribers and Cherry Chan's 200 subscribers party. We will going to yells people to shut up during that St. Patrick's Day, plus Katie's 500 subscribers and Cherry Chan's 200 subscribers dance party.
Wait, my sister. Yelling shut up during St. Patrick's Day plus Katie's 500 subscribers party and Cherry Chan's 200 subscribers dance party? That gave me a idea, my sister. We will yelling shut up during St. Patrick's Day plus Katie's 500 subscribers party and Cherry Chan's 200 subscribers dance party. Then, we will wishing both Katie and Cherry a unhappy 500 subscribers and 200 subscribers. Hey you all. Guess what that me and Cherry wants to tell you all?
Not only that today it's St. Patrick's Day, it is also the day where I am got 500 subscribers, and Cherry Chan got 200 subscribers.
Anyways, without further ado, let's begin the St. Patrick's Day plus my 500 and Cherry Chan's 200 subscribers party with a dance.
stop this stupid party right now. Why? Because of Katie and Cherry Chan, doesn't deserve 500 subscribers and 200 subscribers. I agree, my sister Stephanie. And unhappy 500 subscribers to Yukiko. And unhappy 200 subscribers to Cherikiko. You two Katie and Cherry can go kill both of yourself. Oh, my flying goodness. Stephanie and Steven. How dare both of you yelling shut up for all of us during St. Patrick's Day plus Katie's 500 subscribers and Cherry Chan's 200 subscribers dance party. Also, why in the living world you both need Katie and Cherry Chan crying by wishing them a unhappy 500 and 200 subscribers? And you both using the Kiko term on Katie and Cherry Chan when the Kiko term is getting old. Pointless and meaningless nowadays. That's it. I have no choice but to reporting this to your parents on both of you. Get ready, Stephanie and Stephane, to make you go to both your parents.
Well, the Gavin's parents? You won't believe what both Stephanie and Stephane did this time.
What is it? Molly Peterson. And don't they think about they both misbehaving at St. Patrick's Day and Katie's 500 and Cherry Chan's 200 subscribers party?
They both ended up mischieving during St. Patrick's Day and Katie's 500 subscribers and Cherry Chan's 200 subscribers with me and my friends by yelling shut the hell up to me and my friends. And wishing Katie a unhappy 500 subscribers and Cherry Chan a unhappy 200 subscribers. And they both using the Kiko term on Katie and Cherry Chan during that dance party, when the Kiko term is getting pointless and meaningless nowadays.
What? Stephane, are you serious? That cannot describe what we both did. We both misbehaving at St. Patrick's Day and Katie's 500 subscribers and Cherry Chan's 200 subscribers planted by yelling shut the hell up to anyone out there. Also, why the heck did you both wish Katie and Cherry Chan an unhappy 500 and 200 subscribers? Are you both calling Katie and Cherry Chan a Kiko term? When that term is getting old, pointless, and meaningless nowadays.
That's it. You both are now grounded until April Fool's Day, which is 1 or 2 days before Advent 2022. Let's go home right now.
By the way, thanks for telling us this, Molly Peterson. We will going home right now.
What?